as I said, I think we have the three-point shooting ability to put pressure on the opponent's defense and stretch them out a little bit. I think we have some good interior players, Reggie Johnson in particular, who is a big fella inside, and so if we can create opportunities to get open threes, but also utilize the interior game. One of the things we'll try to do right away with the players is get them to understand balance, that we have to have great perimeter scoring, but we also have great interior scoring. And if you have a balance inside and outside, you can be successful. My teams normally have 4 or 5 guys averaging double figures. We share the ball extremely well. But the emphasis is really at the defensive end of the floor. And I think with the level of athletic ability that we have, I'm hoping that we'll be able to implement the scramble and utilize it pretty regularly. But I won't know that until I actually see him out on the floor and see the kind of work ethic and ability to anticipate plays, because scramble requires a great deal of anticipation.
How much of Durant, Scott, just speaking to him, Coach?
Yeah.
Have you seen what skills do you like there?
Well, I think he's a versatile player. I know he played like a lot of point guard, and I'm sure that we will be looking at him to play multiple positions because he can score the ball. He's very typical of a New York guard. He's multifaceted, and want to take advantage of him and his versatility, but also at the same time, Malcolm Grant can really shoot the ball. When he greeted me, I asked him if he remembered when he was a freshman at Villanova. We played Villanova in the Orlando Old Spice event, and we lost, but Malcolm was the reason. He buried like 3 threes on us at a crucial time of the game when we were ahead. I think we were ahead by 2. He hit 1 3, then he came down and buried another 3. And I turned to my coaches and said, "Who in the heck is that?" Because he was a freshman, and this was very, very early in his freshman year. So when I saw him, we both reminisced. He had good memories, I didn't. But now I get a chance to coach him, so I'm excited about that.
Coach, you alluded about a little bit in the press conference about the lack of interest in this program, how you're going to attack that.
Well, in 2 of the situations I've come from, Bowling Green and George Mason, when I first got there, people said that there wasn't a lot of interest. In particular, the comparison between the Washington, D.C. metro area, where there's so many things going on. You can spend your entertainment dollar doing 1,001 different things. There's a lot of competition. And what we needed to do as a program, which my staff and I immediately set out to do, is we recruited the community. And we reached out to the student body, to the faculty, administrators on campus. We reached out to all of the local businessmen and business communities. And we reached out to the youth programs. My coaching staff was out doing clinics for kids who were 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. When they were full-time assistant coaches at the Division I level, they were in the community working with the young kids. And what that did is it built up our summer basketball camp. We ended up with as many as 1,000, actually over 1,000. I think we had as many as 1,400 campers. And what that does is those kids become friends with our players, and our players become kind of their heroes. And then those campers tell their mom and dad, "Hey, let's go watch the team play." And so we will reach out to the community. Hopefully the young kids will want to come watch our team play. This is a very exciting time to be in Miami. LeBron James and the Miami Heat have created a buzz nationwide, and we hope to kind of piggyback off of that at the college level. But we will definitely reach out to every aspect of the community to do that.
Jim, if your president who you're supposed to find had not been retiring, do you think there was any way you would have been changing jobs?
I don't know if it would have even crossed my mind. See, when he announced his retirement, one of the wonderful things he did, and this guy is class all the way, is he called me and gave me a heads up that he was going to be retiring. Now, he's not going to retire until next June, But the moment he said that, I knew for me that one of the great joys of working at George Mason is being around a leader like Dr. Merton. When the University of Miami opened up, when Frank Haith left, I did a little research and kind of found out that President Shalala has that same passion and energy in everything she does. And I thought, you know, let me just check with my friends down there and see what they say. But at that time, the University of Miami would have they would not know of my interest, and it didn't materialize until, I don't know, maybe a week later, when some of the speculation was going on, and my friends called me and said, "Hey, would you be interested? We'll try to get your name in there." No,
It's this June or a year from June?
A year from June.
And there's been these reports that the athletic director knew maybe about events recently, and obviously she's finally here. But what's your take on the relationship with O'Connor?
First of all, Tom O'Connor was instrumental in bringing me to George Mason University. We've worked very closely for 14 years. The expectation for a coach is to not only win, but to continue to win for an extended period of time. We've kind of done that for 14 years. But the next step for George Mason is you can't remain status quo. You got to constantly be improving many aspects of your program. So when I would talk with Tom O'Connor, it would be about what we can do to improve our program. And of course, from a coach's standpoint, you want everything to be perfect, and it's not going to always be that way.
We have time for 2 more questions, sorry.
How much did you want the new talent? Did you kind of feel like you had done, for the most part, what you could do?
Well, you never, I never think like it's done, I can't do anymore. But one of the things about coming here was there's just so many great things that the university offers, the geographical location offers, the ACC offers. The opportunity was there, and my wife has heard me say over the years, I have these goals. I can't share one of them with you because it's so ridiculous, but I may be able to accomplish it here. So you'll have to get me in a one-on-one before I can.
Jet skiing.
Final question.
I've been on a jet ski, although I'm not too good a swimmer.
Can you talk about it in your meetings with President Shalala and Sean? Just talk about the support they voiced.
Oh, the excitement in their minds of what can happen here. Well, one of the things is I love coaching young players because they have youthful enthusiasm. With so many new faces on board, with Al Golden and Sean Eichhorst and myself, 3 leaders within the athletic community that are all going to be super excited to do everything possible to get the program headed in the right direction. So I've got a lot of energy, I have a lot of passion. The players will find out very, very quickly what I'm all about. I want him to. He's been waiting patiently.
The CAA has done so well in the tournament in recent years. What kind of league is it for the ACC? Is it a lot closer than it seems?
You know, I think it'll take me a season to figure that out for sure. I do know that when I was in the ACC before, every night you took the floor, you were playing against NBA first-round draft choices. The complexity of college basketball has changed, and with it, there's a lot of players who would be playing in the ACC are now already in the NBA. So, but I know a lot of the coaches in the league and have known them for a long time. I've competed against Roy Williams, both at the Dean Dome and in the NCAA tournament. I took my George Mason team to Cameron Indoor Stadium. Took my George Mason team to Cole Fieldhouse before the Comcast Center. Brian Gregory now at Georgia Tech. Our George Mason Dayton teams competed. Brad Brownell at Clemson. Our Wilmington and George Mason teams competed. So very, very familiar with the league and the competition. And despite what some people have interpreted that the league has not been as good, I think that is a cycle that's about to change.
Can you talk about leadership on your team? And do you look for leaders? Do leaders emerge?
No, we work at creating leadership. We teach leadership. When I am a member of the Washington Speakers Bureau, and my topic is team building and leadership. And we do it, when I talk to the corporate world, it's just like I'm talking to my players.
All right, we're all set.
Okay.